Hello everyone and welcome to another video tutorial. In this one I'll be talking about how to make your character stronger, mainly focusing on stats, gear and everything you can do with it, weapons, and some other misc items that I'll be covering later on. So let's dive right in and we'll start off with stats. Your stats window can be pulled up right here at the top left, and these are your character's stats. Now, to increase your stats, you can do it in multiple ways. The first one would be leveling up your character, and as you level, you will gain stat points. These stat points can only be applied to stats that have under 40 in their base. Another way to gain stat points is by doing certain tasks around Archlight, and some can also be found in dungeons. Next one is gaining stat stones. Stat stones can be gained from dungeon boxes and in certain quests around Archlight. Stat stones, while used under 30 base, will give you 2 points to that specific stat. After that, you can use them up to 80 base, and after that, it will require large stat stones to upgrade up to 120. To know your base stat, you will want to look at your total, as shown here 181, minus the boost 81. So my base arcane is 100. Now large stats that can be used after 80 can be gained from dungeon boxes, quest boxes, and transmuting as well. Next, I'd like to talk about our weapons. Weapons can be upgraded to gain more damage using upgrader stones. For example, this Ice Forged Heavy Sword has 90 attack. I will now use an upgrade stone on it. It's upgraded to level 1 and now it has 92 attack. Another one, level 2, 94. Now upgrading has a chance to succeed, but it can also fail, as shown right there. When failing, you will gain fail stacks, which will increase your chance to succeed on your next upgrade. Upgrader stones can be used on a weapon until it's plus 15. Once it's plus 15, I cannot use upgrade stones anymore and I will need legendary stone. Legendary stones have a 100% success rate to upgrade your weapon or gear up to plus 19, and then again it's a decreasing chance. After plus 30, you will start needing awakening stones. Awakening stones also have a decreasing chance as you upgrade further, up to a maximum of plus 50. Another way to upgrade your weapon and gear is using regrades. Regrade keys can be bought from the token exchanger and gained in different ways through Archlight. The first one you will need is called Bronze Regrade Key. I will now use the Bronze Regrade Key on this X, and now it says it's Regrade level 1, gems 0 out of 1. Next up is Silver, then Golden, and Crystal, and for this example this will be enough. Now I have a Regrade level 4 and no gems socketed. Next, I will use Inferno gems to socket them into my weapon. Just before I do that, I would like to say that the max regrade level on gear and weapon is 7. Up to plus 5 or up to regrade 5, it's a 100% success rate, with using Mythic for the 5th regrade. After that, you will need Bone and Cloud keys to upgrade to level 6 and 7, Cloud for 6 and Bone for 7. These ones have a chance to succeed and may not always work. Now for the gemming. Since I have 4 open slots, I can now use an Inferno gem into my weapon to imbue it in. I now gained plus 0.8% physical damage. Next one gave me another 0.8, another 0.6, and 0.7 spell damage. This is the Inferno gem. It can give me either spell damage or physical damage. To upgrade the gem to be better, I can charge it with supercharged magnets and enough jewel crafting level, and I can later on even overcharge it for even better rolls. Each gem can give you one of 2 attributes. You can find on the wiki which ones give which attribute, and they have a range for each level, which starts by normal gem, charged gem, and overcharged gem. Let's say for example that I'm not happy with the rolls I got. I can use a gem remover that can be made through jewel crafting and remove the gems from this. I got my gems back here and now I can try again. Here I got physical damage 0.9, which is already higher than what I started with last time. Next I have 0.7 spell damage, 1.3 spell damage, and 1.5 physical damage. This is already better since I'm aiming for spell damage, but let's give it one more shot and try to get an even better one. 2.6% spell damage. This is already better for me as most of my damage comes from spells. This is gem removers, and next we'll talk about enchantments. In Archlight we have 6 types of enchantments. We have Life Leech to leech life. We have Clear State, which will regen mana if procced. We have Grasping, which will paralyze the target. Hemorrhage, which will make it bleed. And Flaming, which returns fire damage. And Enraging, which when procced will make your character deal more damage. When you have high enough alchemy level, you can also use 5 of the same enchant to create a tier 2 enchant of the same type. It's important to remember that each enchantment works on different types of weapons. For example, Life Leech cannot be put on wands, like Clear States cannot be put on melee type weapons. Now on this axe I have my Grasping enchantment, but let's just say I don't want to paralyze my target, I want to make it bleed. When using Hemorrhage on it, I completely remove the Grasping and I will not getting it back. Next, we'll talk about polishing. The way polishing works is only on gear, not including weapons. Every character receives 5 polishing oils and you can buy more later on. When polishing an item, it will reveal its true power. This item has 5 strength. This item here also got 5 strength. Aside for that, you can use repolishing to reroll your rarity on the item. You can get between 1 stat, as shown here, up to 5 stats, which is extremely rare. When you have enough stats on the item you want, you can use a shining oil to change the stats themselves, for example change strength to haste, but not change the number. Again, repolishing changes the number, or has a chance to, and shining changes the actual stats on the item. Next up, I'll talk about Mimic Scroll. Since in Archlight you invest so much into your gear and weapons, when you upgrade to the next tier you don't want to upgrade everything all over again. In that case I have an Iceforged Heavy Sword plus 3, and I have here a plus 16 Darksteel Heavy Axe. Now Iceforged is here after the Darksteel, so what I'll do in this case is use the Mimic Scroll on the Darksteel to remove everything from it. It's now blank, and the Mimic Scroll now holds everything including the upgrades, the gems, and the enchantment as well. Placing it on my Iceforged sword will now give me a plus 16 Iceforged sword with the Hemorrhage enchantment we had before and the gems on it. 2 important things to remember about the Mimic Scroll. 1. It will not take over the polishing from your armors. And the second one is if you take a Clear State from a wand with your Mimic Scroll and try to place it on a weapon like a sword for example, everything will transfer over, but you will still have the Clear State on that Mimic Scroll. Next I'd like to talk about soils. While soils don't show in your power rating like here, it's very important for your character. First we'll talk about the Soul Soil. Soul Soil can be used on your Soul Rune to upgrade its level. Upgrading its level will make it for the sorcerer deal more damage, for others just boost its effect. Next we'll talk about the Rune Soil. Rune can only be upgraded when it's golden tier. Currently we have 3 golden runes, one from the Hero's Quest, that's the first one, the second one from the 7 Trials Quest, and the third golden rune can be obtained in the Forgotten Islands. Your basic silver rune emblem cannot be upgraded. To upgrade it, you use a rune soil on it to upgrade its effect as well. The last thing I want to show that does affect your power rating is nodes. Nodes can be found in many spawns around Archlight, in certain quests and areas, and I'll now show one of them for example. Going into the Dragonlings, this is a node. You can use 25 energy to right click on it and capture it, and this will increase your power as well. Once again everyone, thank you all for watching. I hope this video helped you and was informative enough. Stay safe, have fun on Archlight, and see you in the next one.